This is day one of a 365-day vlog challenge that I'm putting on myself. My name is Cameron. Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for being here for the first video, the first day. We started off our New Year's this year in Las Vegas, Nevada. To me, that's ideally the way I would want it to go down every single year. I love the desert. I love being around a lot of energy like Vegas. The purpose of the channel in this vlog series is for me just to be more public and connected to folks that may or may not be similar to myself, may be interested in the lifestyle that I live, and just generally to hold myself accountable. For 365 days, the goal is to produce, cut, publish a series that not just people like you can follow along and add insight, just view in that sense, but also for myself to be able to use this information, to use this series to reflect on for years to come. I'd love to be able to pass this down to my family, any of my children, and myself even over the next 20 to 50 years, and say, hey, this is where I was in 2025, and this is how I ended up closing out that year and entering in 2026. Will it go beyond that? Who knows? Already it seems very exciting just to be able to not have anything on my shoulders, just turn on the camera, be able to speak freely. There's a bigger picture associated with this, and that was really coming to mind when I was closing out 2024. I look back at who I was at 18 years old, 19, and now being 29, and in July I'll be 30. I'm not the person I really saw when I was younger. And it's not that I'm just not the person I saw when I was younger, it's also realizing I didn't spend a lot of time reflecting who I was going to be at this time in my life. Had I started this or doing any type of recording at 18, I would have been surprised if I kept everything consistent to who I am and how everything is today. But there's no greater time than to start whenever is the right time. And I feel like this is the right time. I feel like enough has happened in my life to have put me into this position to where I think that vlogging and seeing myself is the most appropriate way to track my growth, to fondly look back at just memories. One thing too that I've always found to be really interesting is that your brain, and maybe this is universal, but your brain in many ways can change memory, how you recognize something. And some people have like trauma memories, or whatever the technical term is, for when a natural disaster happens or something really shocking happens. There is obviously that same effect when it comes to even crime, like the way somebody will remember something and be able to detail it back. And then you have like general memory, just, well, how did that happen when I was 5? Or, even unfortunately what happened last week, people just can't remember. Or if they do, they'll repeat something and then their friend or their spouse is like, no, that's not how it happened. So with this series, if it doesn't do anything else other than be able to show me an objective reality for 12 months, then I'd be happy, which I know it's going to do that. The purpose behind it as well is for accountability. So, like I said, if I was who I wanted to be today, and I decided to do a project like this, maybe the goal would be completely different. But the purpose behind this project, doing this for 365 days, is because I'm not who I want to be. So the goal is to say something, publish it, and then track that over a whole year. And if anybody has insight, if anybody has some constructive criticism, any general criticism, I'll be able to see that there's no hiding behind it. Because if the growth isn't objective, like it's not visually there, the different things I want with my accomplishments, cars, travel, different deals that I can do, then it will be very clear over the next few months. You can't, in good faith, but you can't in any reality bluff your way through that, hustle your way through that without having proof. I started my New Year's with Las Vegas because it carries a very sentimental place in my heart. A lot of great memories with my family have been had there. Yeah, I started to slip into this I can start tomorrow mindset when thinking about this had to become a reality today, which is another thing that I will fix over the next 12 months is that proper planning will prevent a very bad performance. So I had to quickly get out of the desert. I had to come back to my in-laws, which is where I'm staying right now, set up everything, double check microphones, double check camera, clean the lenses and all that to execute what I said I would do. As we started coming through the desert, I had a lot of time to think and reflect on many different things. A few of them being the fact that I will stumble across a lot of videos and photos from the last 4 years. The last 4 years for me is a very meaningful time in my life. It's meaningful because that's when I started the current business that I have, having truly failed and obliterated the businesses that I started before that. The last 4 years are important for me as well because when you get to know who I am and what I do as a real estate investor, you will know that growth and exponential growth, most importantly, is very achievable within 12 months. If you're not succeeding to a certain caliber, which I'll refrain from using right now, which I'd love to just show you over the next year because you will see me grow to that level, it is achievable in 1 year. I know because I have trusted friends who are in the same space that hit that goal. Success in anybody else's mind is different than the success that I hold in my mind, but nonetheless, what I'm aiming to do is to connect with people, show people, and just live those moments in real time for 365 days. I wasn't looking for the first vlog to be just a talking head video, so I decided to record a lot today. Just make sure that I hold myself accountable to publishing in the first day. It's 8:43 right now. I know that I can get something upright published in a couple more hours. Tomorrow, I'm going to start at 75 hard, and you're going to see me take on this well-deserved hike. It's a location in Riverside that I've been meaning to go to for ever since high school. If you know what I'm talking about, it's this big mountain with a cross on it. We're going to knock that out, really ring in the 75 hard New Year with a pretty challenging hike. I'm excited to just really flesh out the vlog a little bit more tomorrow as well. Create more format, look back and reflect on this video, and throw up some more ideas as to what I want to see myself do over the next 12 months. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy doing this. Even though it's day one, I felt refreshing. I've decided to record a little bit more than I'll probably even use, but I mean, truth be told, it was really nice just to talk without a script and without any expectation of what I have to say. So I'll see you tomorrow.